Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, Clap Your Hands by Joshua Troop. Everybody, clap your hands. All right, we got the one and only Bishop Joseph Walker, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, and the presiding bishop of Full Gospel. Bishop Walker, good morning, man.
Good morning, Ricky, and good morning, everybody. What a wonderful week it's going to be. And thank God for all of you all. I want to tell you, God is allowing you to go through what you're going through. It ain't got nothing to do with you right now. It's got everything to do with your not yet. Sometimes God will allow you to go through things you will never volunteer for. These are things that bring legitimacy to your testimony. You ever wonder how some folks be talking and you're like, oh, you didn't go through that, did you? Because they testimony. God wants you to go through with the real testimony. And there is no testimony without a test. Guess what? When you pass the test, God puts weight in your testimony. And then it sets you up for a trajectory that you have no idea for. So just know this. If God allowed it, it's going to bless you. It has nothing to do with your right now. It's about where God is about to take you. So if you ain't going through nothing, be a little nervous. But if God is allowing you to go through it, don't ask God, why am I going through it? Just ask God, what are you preparing me for? Let that be a blessing for you today. I thank God for it.
Yes, sir. Hey, Bishop, man. Hey, listen, I know, yesterday was a rough day, man. And just real quick, you want to say something to everybody, who, lost a mother and still yesterday was rough for them.
It was very rough, and for me and for so many who have lost mothers. And, of course, I think it's so important for us to always know that our mothers are now in a place with God that they could do for us in that place what they were not able to do while they were confined into this earth. And we got to live out their memory and their legacy and know that even though your heart may still be hurting, you got to still trust God to know that God still has a plan. So let mother's legacy live in how you treat people, how you show up, how you give, and how you allow your life to be one that's lived to his glory. I'm praying for you, and thank God for mothers everywhere and mothers who are with him now.
Yes, sir. And Bishop, let everybody know how you can be reached and how they can find all of your sermons and your books.
Hey, I appreciate it, Ricky. Yeah, y'all can check me out on YouTube. That's Mount Zion Nashville on YouTube. Mount Zion Nashville on YouTube. Follow me right now at Joseph Walker 3 on Instagram. That's Joseph Walker 3. And let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
There it is. Love you, Bishop Walker. Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Here's Kelly Price and Donald Lawrence when the saints come to worship.
News headlines,
entertainment,
sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfredas, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Monday, May 12th. Here's what's going on in the news. If you're thinking about flying into Newark, maybe don't. The FAA hit pause on all flights headed to the airport yesterday after a telecommunications glitch. Now, the ground stop lasted about 45 minutes, but it caused major headaches. 80 flights were reportedly canceled. This is the third traffic issue in 2 weeks. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer addressed the situation.
So if they fix Newark quickly, they can learn from it, and they can also assure the public that they're on top of things and actually know how to fix it.
Flights in and out of Newark will be reduced over the next few weeks to help cut down on the chaos. Your good government job is safe for now. A federal judge just hit the brakes on a Trump-era plan that could have axed thousands of government workers. The ruling puts a temporary freeze on the administration's executive order aimed at slashing the federal workforce. For now, 21 agencies are off limits from making layoffs, but it's only a 2-week restraining order. Still, federal employees across the country are breathing a little easier. Think your allergies are out of control? Well, if you live in one of these cities, it's not just in your head. The Asthma and Allergy Foundation just dropped its updated list of the worst U.S. cities for seasonal allergies. And Wichita, Kansas is number 1 for the third year in a row. Also in the top 5, New Orleans, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Memphis. The rankings factor in pollen levels, allergy med use, and access to specialists. For information on these stories, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building. So Indiana maintains position. Toppin, a magic trick.
Say, man, shout out to them Indiana Pacers. I don't know if y'all watching this NBA playoff series, but Indiana's up 3-1 on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers was one of the best teams in the season.
They was picked. They was take it off
to get to the doggone finals, man. So Rick, Indiana doing their thing, dog. They up 3-1. Energy of this series feels like an NBA Finals series. Like, it is what it is. Denver Nuggets lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City, they tied it up last night, so it's 2 games apiece. It's getting real good and grimy. And shout out to Deion Primetime Sanders one more again. You know I'm going to show some love to the homie. First time in 120 years, all Colorado football players had over a 3.0 GPA. Come on, man. It's bigger than just the football and what they doing on the football field, man. Every last player on the roster, dog. It is what it is. So congratulations to all them young football players. That's my quick sports report right there. And Alfredas, you sitting there for the Briggity Tap with the hot spot. What you got coming up next?
Yes, sir. Al B. Shore is spilling the tea ahead of the Diddy trial, and the filter is all the way off. Details next in the hot spot.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, so Rick Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is time for the hot spot. It's the bottom of the hour. Filling in for Brad this morning. We got the one and only Alfredas. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Ricky, let's get into it. So Albie Shore says he is the last man standing who knows the real truth about Diddy, and he's ready to expose it. While promoting his memoir on Fox 5 New York, Al questioned the natural causes behind his ex, Kim Porter's death back in 2018, and he says she used to warn him to watch his back around Diddy. Now, Al says federal prosecutors have subpoenaed him to testify in Diddy's sex trafficking case, and he plans to do it. Al even hinted that Diddy may have been involved in his 2022 coma with liver failure. Here's what he had to say.
If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive.
Wow. Al's son, Quincy, whom he shares with Kim, still calls Diddy Pops even after her passing. Now, Kim's kid spoke out last year, you might remember this, saying there was no foul play in her death, and they asked folks to respect her peace. Prosecutors say Kim and Al's stories will not be a major part of the trial. Jury selection is expected to wrap up today, with opening statements set to begin afterward. In other news, John Legend is speaking from the heart about Kanye West, and y'all, he seems to be heartbroken. In a new sit-down with the Times, John says it's been tough to watch the devolution instead of evolution of his former friend and mentor. He called Ye's spiral into anti-Semitism and anti-black rhetoric straight up sad. He added that this is not the same Kanye who signed me back in 2004. Now, according to John, the old Ye was a visionary who was passionate and gifted and driven, and he wanted to lift everybody around him up. Now, he says it's hard and sometimes even shocking to see how far things have fallen. Lastly, Queen Meghan Markle pulled up for Queen Bey and brought her prince for some royal PDA. Come on, y'all. Give me something. That was pretty good. Come on. Meghan dropped a photo dump from the Carter Cowboy concert in L.A. She gave fans a glimpse into their glam night out. In one clip, Harry is seen sneaking a sweet kiss on her cheek. Another shot has them cheesing in a cute little selfie. And there's one where they're laughing like nobody else is in the stadium. It was date night, but with royal vibes. For more information on these stories, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. You can catch me on social media at George Alfredas. Coming up next, Rock T's got that joke of the day on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. That's why we play this great intro music. Rock T's joke of the day. Every Monday for years. All right, Rock, let's go.
How can you tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator?
How?
One will see you later. The other one will see you after a while.
What? One will see you later. The other one will see you after a while. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Okay.
I give it to you on that one.
Let's go.
I like that.
You just took an old joke and just reversed it.
I mean, honey.
Damn, that wasn't. You ain't put no effort in, no thought into that.
Yes, sir. I can tell. I can tell it at your next tea party, Gary.
Oh, I guess you can, honey.
That's gonna sell it out for sure.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate that. What a way to get Monday started. Special K, what you got coming up next?
Well, it's another boiling bowl of unmitigated manliness. Once again, it's Man Law Monday. That's coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, it's about that time for Man Law Violations. What up, Special K?
Oh, yeah, it's time because, I need all the, let me see, what's the age today? 13.
Keep changing every week, dog.
Yeah, every I have a different,
12 these
But
days.
yeah, let's go with 12. Let's go with 12. If you're going into the 6th or 7th grade in the fall, go ahead and sit close to the radio and listen up to your Uncle K so we can make sure that you cross over into manhood properly. Another boiling bowl of unmitigated manliness right here on Man Law Monday. Let's start with this one. If you spend intimate time with a woman that's been smashed by 3 or more of the homies, you cannot spend the night or take her on a real date.
Nope.
Yeah, that's simping at its best.
You out at Olive Garden with the set out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you.
Breaking breadsticks with her. No, she's set out.
Yeah, you have to take a Kevin Samuels
Come
class.
on, man. Don't do that.
You gonna spend a week with Corey Holcomb.
Yes, sir.
If you're standing in a urinal next to another man and you look over at each other and don't say nothing, you just glance and look for a few seconds and don't feel extremely uncomfortable.
Don't even glance.
Just go ahead and exchange numbers because at this point you basically flirting.
Don't even glance.
Peripheral vision only.
The hell you doing looking over and I'm looking back at you
Right.
and y'all looking at each
down,
other while y'all both is in the process.
At this age, you don't want them 3 spots, them pea spots in your pants.
Well, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. That's that extra drip.
You got the drip. You got to stand there. It's gonna take you a minute.
Oh, boy.
You got to shake at least 34 times once you over 50.
You got to get your. I put mine on the oven mitt yesterday to prevent that.
Oh, man. I just wear a panty liner after.
You know, Alfredas, the big one, the big oven mitts. No, I can't use the small one, the big one.
Okay.
The one with the thumb.
All right, we got a few more. We got a few more. Stop it. 2 grown men going to a restaurant. Y'all cannot sit in a booth on the same side.
No,
don't do that. Don't do
No.
that. Don't do that.
That should never happen, dog.
Other than joggers or
pull up a
sweats.
chair and sit at the end.
Listen, other than joggers or sweats, and this is controversial, no grown man should really be wearing red pants. Other than joggers or sweats.
If you're a capper now and y'all in line and y'all at the
most
pole
men ain't no
or
capper.
something.
Depends
Yeah,
on
I'm
Unless
just
you're a
saying.
Kappa or Smokey Robinson, you shouldn't be wearing.
Or you got
red
5
pants.
U Alpha. You got they can get away with it.
There
Now.
better be a reason for it, though. If a woman break up with you, listen, you can't cry in her face at that moment. And you can't cry when you telling your homeboy about it. You cannot cry when you tell him she
cry?
broke up. Now, you got to cry by yourself. You can't cry, but you can, like, at the moment she telling you that this ain't working out, and I feel like we both need to go on, you can't cry right then.
You have to get up and go somewhere else
Yeah.
and let your tears.
You got to look at him and be like, all right, then, if that's what it is, that's
Throw
what
an
it is. And then you got to walk away.
Throw an
right?
ashtray and walk out.
And
just
cry.
Throw an ashtray across the room and just walk out.
Or you
have
can throw a lamp through the window. But don't
Ow.
throw it at her, but you can throw a lamp through the window.
Okay.
Dang.
I'm only saying because I did that before.
Why did that work?
If your homie make an intimate video with a woman, you are not allowed to watch it under any circumstances.
My God.
Listen to what I'm saying. You do not want to watch your homeboy in action.
No, sir.
You
No, sir.
cannot see that. And finally, if you and your partner, your homeboy, y'all at the beach, and for some reason he started drowning, and you pull him out the water and got to give him mouth to mouth, if y'all tongues touch, you officially a couple at that point. Y'all go together.
Say, man, but
Nah, if
Save
you're giving
his
them
life,
mouth
though,
to
dog.
mouth, no, but if you're giving them mouth to mouth, ain't no reason for your tongues to touch. The only thing supposed to be going in his mouth is oxygen.
Yeah,
If
you
your
gonna be
tongue
dead.
touch, y'all go together. Go on and exchange birthday gifts and Valentine
Go
cards.
sit right over there and write your obituary on the napkin at that little bar.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary.
I wanna hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Ricky. Good morning to you. Good morning, America. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Matriarch, honey. That's the title of Tina Knowles' memoir, honey. And people are rushing out to get it because they're saying it's a great book. Well, they say, y'all, just when you thought Mama Tina, y'all, had already given us enough behind-the-scenes Beyonce gems, honey, they say she goes, honey, and drops a whole plot twist in her new book. Now, they said in that newly released excerpt, honey, Miss Tina Knowles, style icon, Mama Bear, and honorary member of the Beehive Inner Circle reveals, y'all, listen to this, this is so sad, Rick, I almost cried. They said Miss Tina revealed, y'all, that a teacher once suggested, y'all, that Beyonce as a child was a little slow, honey, and should be held back in school. Yep, they're saying Beyonce, honey, the billionaire, the Grammy GOAT, honey, the visionary, honey. They're saying, y'all, honey.
That was all of us.
Yeah,
but what made her think that? Why did she say that?
They say apparently, honey, the young Beyonce had a rough start, y'all, in the classroom, and they said her teacher really had the audacity to say, I think she might be a little slow, honey. They said Tina shared the moment, honey, with both grace and righteous mama rage. They've only been, honey, in school a few months, and you have determined that, she said to the teacher, already side-eyeing the judgment. If she needs a tutor, honey, I'll get her a tutor. I'll work with her, whatever. But you don't tell me that you've already given up on my kid, honey. And to be clear, they said that wasn't just a proud parent moment. This was a mom refusing to let anyone write off her black daughter before she had a chance to shine. Something so many black moms, y'all, have to have do, honey, when the system labels their child too soon and too harshly.
Well,
Ricky, isn't that sad?
Love that.
Yeah, I wasn't going in that class either.
I know, but Ricky, yours probably
But I had
too,
to take a class to graduate. I had to go in there to graduate and get my GPA up.
But Rick, think about it. Most kids who start off slow end up being real successful in life.
Absolutely.
Look at Beyonce. Look at you. Look at me. I mean,
no,
I can't do math.
You in there.
Math don't make sense to me. I can't do math.
Same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? English, reading comprehension, history, science, no problem. But math, nope.
Well, they say baby Tina didn't stop there. They say she went straight to the principal, honey, and found a retired teacher named Miss Little to tutor Beyonce privately. They say because when someone says your child might be behind, Tina knows here it's time to build a village, honey. But Ricky, but a lot of people saying that's some probably the reason why Beyonce don't like to do interviews.
Well, that ain't. I mean, do what you do best. Put me in a math interview and see how good I do.
Yeah, well, we know that, Rick. We will say that.
And
we
you was in math special ed too.
Yeah, we both was in FOM.
What was yours called?
FOM, baby.
Really?
We was FOM. We was in fundamental of mathematics. I have no problem with saying that, honey.
Okay, then.
But I ain't.
But
rich
we
and
graduated
famous.
though, didn't we?
Nah. Okay.
Yeah. And we did not go through geometry and algebra like
none of that,
did because we don't use it anyway.
Don't even use
it. It ain't hurt nobody in life to not know algebra.
It's ridiculous.
Showed it.
No, honey. Like you said,
I
geometry
lined up
and
with them
calculus.
kids and them wheelchairs and all that stuff and went to lunch at 9:30 like everybody else.
Slow down.
Wait.
Sorry, man.
Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes.
Lunch at 9:30.
Wait, Ricky.
That's right. Out of school at 12 was at the high school.
Let's
Hit the pause.
stop here.
Made an 80 on the California Achievement Test.
Okay.
All right.
Baby, that was the days, honey. I never get to run the class, honey, and try to get our
Damn
desk
right.
first.
I don't like the way they had us seated in assembly programs, but that's fine.
Oh, no. Where did
So,
they put you?
And I'm still friends with all of them. They can't text me back, but I see them out here and there.
Nah.
They still wear their helmets.
Yes, Lord, honey.
No.
Yes, Lord. 'Cause it was nothing, wasn't it? It was called PEP, honey, when we was in school. So nothing wrong
Always
with
one
that.
that got loose and snuck in everybody's class.
Sir, got loose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on
What
to
is
the
that?
next story.
What
Yes,
does that
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, they used to come get me. They used to come get me because I'm the only one had mind power over two of them.
Rickey Smiley.
Yeah, well, he just telling the truth, honey. And that happens in real life today, too. He has power over a couple every time we go
Shout out
somewhere.
to Bernard. Bernard I still be seeing him
Please
walking there.
don't.
What up,
Please
Rick?
don't shout out.
Yes, Lord.
What up, Rick? What up,
Do
Bernard?
not.
Yes, Lord. But but that's good though, Miss Tina, acknowledging that Beyonce was slow, that she was like the rest of us, honey, and everybody.
Just like us. We all. And I'm just saying because we ain't gonna single out Beyonce when there's 3 of us on this morning show took special ed math.
Yep. Well, I'm not special ed. It was just fundamentals, man.
It was special ed. It wasn't no
I know. I was trying to make it a nice name, Ricky.
It ain't no name. It was special education math. Only thing different was our mama came and picked us up from school. We didn't have to ride that bus.
Okay.
Wait a minute, what bus was that?
The short one.
The short yellow bus.
That came at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 seats.
9:30.
And the little cages on the window.
All right.
No, it ain't no damn cages.
They had no cage on the window.
That's too much.
Y'all Decatur mess, but it wasn't, honey, for us.
That time he
Cage
came
on the
in
damn
that classroom.
Yeah, but anyway, honey, congratulations to Beyonce and Miss Tina that she is sharing with the world that Beyonce is normal like the rest of us, and she had to experience some things as well, honey.
Y'all.
So damn stupid.
I had one of the night. I had one of the night where she used to lock in on me in the lunchroom.
Lock in.
Yeah, once they like you and they lock in on you, I gotta say, they don't even eat their food.
No.
Then my boy said, "Hey, Rick, there your little girlfriend looking at you."
Aww.
All right, that's enough. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today is back to school.
Okay.
Isn't that a nice?
Back
on the
to
high end, you
school.
say back to school, and on the long, you say caramel. That's your Kahlua for today.
Thank you,
Man, that was beautiful. Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up calls. Y'all get at me right now. 8669-RICKEY. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
My name's Tony. I'm calling from St. Petersburg. I want to wake up my beautiful wife, my twin boys, and I got to wake myself up, too. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, my name is Yvette. I'm calling from Jacksonville, Florida. Wishing everyone here in Jacksonville a happy Monday, especially my family, Donisha, Sean, Chris, and above all, Deborah. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, what's up, man, everybody? This is your man, Curtis, right here, checking in from the 843 with Chucktown of the beat. I just want to give a shout-out to my son, Aiden, my daughter, Jada, and my wife, Jamila. And Rick Dog, what up, baby? Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, what's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Come on, Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Jackson? Wake up. Savannah, wake up. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, appreciate that, Brad. All right, Gary, what you got coming up?
Okay, coming up, I'm going to be expanding your vocabulary with the word of the week next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Have you ever met a girl?
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T.
B-I-C-T-H.
Job. J-O-B.
E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagle!
It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
All right, y'all, it's the bottom of the hour. Y'all, time to expand your vocabulary with the word of the week. Gary going to give us a new definition, and let's, and let us know how to use the word in a sentence. And Gary, we're happy to have you this morning.
Thank you.
What word will you be expanding our vocabulary with this morning?
Oh, Ricky, honey, this word is definitely a nice, beautiful word, honey, that I've heard and said. I don't know if I ever used it in a sentence before, but I'm going to do it today, though. But this week's word is inconsequentially.
All right now.
Look at that.
Oh,
yes,
somebody
honey.
was rehearsing.
Yes, honey.
Got that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you laid
Yes, honey, Miss Inconsequentially, honey. Now, yes, and
I don't know about the second one. You said it the first time. But did you say it again?
Inconsequentially?
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah, inconsequential. Now, it's an adjective, and it's pronounced inconsequentially. Hell, it was broken down. I mean, it was easy. I mean,
yeah.
So,
Gary, you're getting better.
Yeah, because I'm learning.
Yep.
What happened?
I don't know. What's the definition, dog?
The definition is used to describe something that is trivial or unimportant. Oh, that's good.
All right.
So, and I'm going to use an example, y'all, and I'm going to use it in a sentence.
Okay.
The so-called comedian Special K often mocks my expensive clothing, but I look at his opinion inconsequentially because he's poor and can't afford any of it.
Oh,
wait a minute now.
That's something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You did
I
that.
just did my taxes. I made almost $48,000 last year. Thank you very much.
You said almost, but you didn't.
Thank you very much. Well, that was before taxes. Thank you very much.
And Gary, are you going to start using that word like for real? You really understand the definition is used to describe something that is trivial or unimportant.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try. I'm thinking about it.
You said it so smooth though.
Yeah, you did.
That's the first time in radio history since we've been doing this segment that you just it just went smooth.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe you get nervous when Brad is here.
Yeah, because Brad make me nervous, honey. Because
because you're a rapper.
Rappers, when you're around rappers and stuff, and they all feel like they always growling. So I be like,
since that time T.I. almost yoked you up.
Yeah, so honey. Yes, Lord. So honey, it's funny though. It depends on who around you, honey, when you're saying these words. So I'm like, oh Lord, let me try to say it right. But since I have a free day, honey, and I don't have no forces around me, I can pronounce it, I can say it eloquently.
And you took your medicine this morning. Did you take all your medicine?
I took my lithium, honey, and I'm good to go, honey. I feel great. It's a beautiful day, honey, and I'm on top of the...
Yeah, the word of the week is inconsequentially. Now you can see, and now you can add that to your conversation this week. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. Black Tony, what's up?
Hey, I hope we got a good connection. You can hear me good?
I can hear you loud and clear, Mike.
Okay, Shady, look, I'm not at work today. That's pretty obvious because you look
not a good way. Black Tony.
You don't see me right there. Listen.
Black Tony.
What?
Not a good way to start the week off, bro.
Shady, I know, but you're going to be so happy when I tell you why I'm here. Because guess what, Shady? Guess what? Because any man right now going to be proud of me because I'm standing up and being a real man right now because I'm here at the hospital. I'm in the hallway right now. I'm in the hospital. I might have to hang up quick because I'm finna be a daddy again.
Oh, man.
Wow. I got a baby on the way. I ain't tell nobody because y'all think I'm always talking crazy and lying. But I got babies on the way, son.
Congratulations.
Man. Yeah, my girl. Yeah, she's not really my girl. She's just somebody else. Yeah, she's not really my girlfriend. She's just somebody I was smashing last year.
What?
And
she's not your girl?
No, she's not my girl, Shady, but we having a baby though, Shady. And look.
Now, where she live? Decatur or Bankhead?
No, huh?
Decatur or Bankhead?
Nah, she stay in the West End. Right over there by the shoe shop where I be selling stuff at in a little alleyway. That's where I met her at. She came over there and bought some more. Anyway, that's not even the hell of it. Look, guess what's fly about it though, Shady?
What?
Her auntie having a baby in the next room.
Oh. Okay. Wait a minute.
Oh,
really?
I got her pregnant too.
No, you
did. 2 babies.
Yeah.
No, that's not congrats.
I got this girl.
You told her up and her auntie. Did they know about it? Did both of them know about you?
Yeah. It did back when I had gave her a ride I was driving Uber. And I gave her a ride, and then I picked up her auntie when I dropped her off, and we started talking the next thing. I know I smashed her the next day.
Oh, that's awful.
Now they both having a baby on the same day, so my son finna have a brother.
Oh, my God.
A what?
A brother.
Resin.
Your
His
son.
brother ain't his cousin. Yeah.
Oh, a brother.
And since they been born at the same time, I'm finna name them like twins.
Okay. What you gonna name them? You thought about it?
Myron and Byron. I want them to have white people names so they can get a good job.
It's not good. This is not good.
Oh, no, man.
I was saying all that to say I need some stuff for the baby, though, so I need 2 car seats. I ain't got no car seat to take them home with.
What kind of car
you got? We all gonna ride together, huh?
What kind of car you Don't laugh at me like that, John. Not in the man's face, bro.
Really, I called the Uber. It's a Ford Flex, so I need 2 car seat if you got an extra one.
Oh my God.
And I need a crib. I need 2 cribs, and I need some diapers. And I need some baby formula. And I need some onesies.
If they deliver at the same time, which room you gonna be in?
Well, they're in B229 and B241, so I'm gonna be running up and down the hall. I'm gonna try to go in there and get both.
Y'all at Grady?
Yeah, we're at Grady. Hell, yo, you think we're at the real hospital? We ain't got no damn insurance.
reason that I'm here and she's accusing me of all the cheating and stuff, it's just that, like, the statistics in the United States, do you know that there's 16 women to every man? So it kind of makes me a victim by default. And then, you know, I just kind of like to keep my options open because I was always told to keep my options open.
So you're saying you're a victim of the stats?
I'm a victim of the stats.
When she said there are 30, so according to you, you're beating the odds.
Well, somebody else is out there slipping, so it adds more onto my plate. And that's why I say it makes me a victim.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, the prayer warriors are definitely being solicited, y'all, for little Miss Northwest. She's the beautiful daughter of Kanye West, y'all. Kanye West went out this weekend. He spoke out on North and letting the world know what's going on in North's life, which a lot of people, you know, we didn't notice, Ricky, and I didn't notice what was going on with Northwest, y'all. But Kanye has something to say, and here's what he said.
And they don't know that she's dyslexic and they got her in a corner at the school. They don't know that she, and this is a yay oversharing, but having problems with her bowel movements and
What?
Now, that's too much information.
He said, Ricky, and this is sad, he said, the people don't know, honey, that little Northwest, honey, she's suffering from dyslexia and she's struggling with bowel issues.
What is wrong with
Why
him?
would he tell that girl's business?
Why
She's
does
a child.
anybody need to know that?
That is so embarrassing for a kid to tell that
to
business.
have a parent that famous out there doing that kind of crazy stuff. And see, now all his stuff, all the issues that he have is starting to have a negative effect on his children. And I just feel bad for him. You know, they didn't ask to come here. Now they got to be bothered with your mental health.
Yeah, but he made the comments why they say he was criticizing y'all comedians and others for making jokes about North's public appearances, saying that they don't know, honey, what she's going through behind the scenes, Ricky. Y'all don't know that. Or whatever. He said they don't know that, honey, about her, that she got bowel issues and that she's dyslexic. And it's sad, Ricky. We just got to keep her lifted up.
I haven't heard nobody saying nothing about Northwest.
Nothing, me either.
A comedian, you want to kill your career real quick, talk about somebody's child.
Exactly.
Well, he said the comedians are doing it though, honey, and it's sad. So.
I ain't heard nobody say
don't
nothing.
put no comedians in that. Ain't no comedians that stupid.
Yeah,
to talk about a minor child? Come on, man.
Yeah, well, they said, but somebody said, honey, outing your child's private medical information to millions of people isn't protection, it's exposure, you know, and stuff like that. But it's sad. But we just gonna keep the Northwest lifted up in our prayers, honey, and hopefully and prayerfully, you know, that she get the help that she needs, honey, as well as her dad getting the help that he needs. Because right now it's a situation that really is calling for, you know, he needs help though. But you know, I just don't know what to say, honey. It just saddened my heart. So, but anyway. All right, let me digress. Anyway, yeah, so I want to give a shout out, y'all, to all the people that came out this past weekend, honey, for the Tea Party, honey, at the start on. Ricky, we had a marvelous time. People came out and supported, honey. Give a shout out to Alfredas, honey. You know, she came out and supported.
How was the ride with Gary? With Gary driving?
Can I tell you something? I know I'm the newest member of this show, and the Tea Party was amazing, by the way. It was amazing. But getting there and getting back, I feel like we need an intervention. I know I'm the newest person.
What's the problem?
Gary drives like a race car driver.
I told you don't get in the car with him.
Do you understand? I was texting my husband, please pray for me. I'm not even kidding. It's not even a joke.
It's like a roller coaster.
Have you seen the videos, all the videos of me in the car? I started filming on Facebook Live just in case something happened. I can have witnesses to see how he drive. The air conditioning don't work. All of this stuff. Everything. All of this stuff in the car. Road rage, cussing folks out, blowing the horn, just being ignorant and alley. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Let me tell you something, though. First of all, Alfreda's, damn it, gets on your nerves.
No,
you can't ride with her, Ricky. Do you need me to drive? Hell no, I don't need you to damn drive. I know how to drive.
No, you don't.
I know how to drive.
I offered 14,000 times. I offered.
We asking to drive to save our own life.
Yes.
The way you drive, you're so damn impatient. What's the problem?
Well, my thing is this. First of all, time waits for no one, number one. I'm not going to sit behind the damn car if the car just sitting there like they on damn tour. Move and let me go around
you
here.
Don't even use turn signals, Gary.
Sure damn don't. And that's what she was talking about. You don't use signals?
We were driving. We were somewhere in Texas. I said, did you look before you get over? And then you gonna ask me, was somebody over there? I say, yeah, they was.
I will admit to that one. I admit to that one. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see the car though.
But at that point, did I get over? Did you pull over? Women, I think I started. Yeah.
No, you took the car. You started driving.
Yes, I demand. I said either let me out or pull over and let me drive because I can't take it no more.
And did he let you drive?
Racing.
Yeah, I let him drive. Damn it. But I didn't want to deal with all that. But y'all got to understand, though, honey. I don't. First of all,
was
I'm
that the
not
car that got repossessed, or was that the one you driving now?
No,
that was the Range Rover that got repoed.
Yeah.
Which one?
But anyway,
yeah, two of them. The last one. He had.
Yeah. So like I said, the thing is, my thing is this, honey. I'm not gonna sit here and ride behind no car, and I'm not gonna put a damn blink on. Because when you put a blink on, they don't let you in.
Jerry,
so I'm not about to do all that, honey. So sorry.
So you just rather run off the road.
Honey, you always have to ride behind a car. You're never going to be first when you're driving. There's always going to be a car in front of you somewhere.
Yeah, well, move out the damn waiting and let me go. And another thing, too, what burns me up, honey, if I let you come in front of me and you don't wave and say thank you, that I have a concern with that.
Yeah, you
I don't
start
like
blowing
that.
at people's son, giving people the middle finger because everybody don't. How do
get
they
over
say
it.
thank you if you let
You
somebody
wave.
get in front of you? They don't. Well, maybe they not thinking.
Well, damn it, I was thinking to let you in front of me.
You keep doing all this stuff, these little YNs, you're going to blow at one of these little YNs, and they're going to ask
no,
some
baby.
You better
I don't
go get
never
some
do that to
bulletproof wonders.
I never do that to black people, baby. It's always
Yeah. You bully them old white people, but you don't do it to black folks.
Let me tell you something, Ricky. I will Uber from Atlanta to Birmingham because I'm going to go to the next tea party because it was fun. But I will never ride with him again. Ever.
Don't do it.
That's why I put it in the damn back seat. Get in the back seat, hell. Don't be telling me how to drive.
All them damn Dish Nation prizes in the back.
No
seat
room.
that they had
There was no
from
room.
2015. What's the color, Gary?
The color today, y'all, is back to school. Oh, on the hand you say back to school, and on the lawn just say caramel. But I ain't got no. Well, I did get one ring. But anyway, yeah, that's the color today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is Monday, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all hope y'all enjoyed your Mother's Day yesterday because we celebrated the women who mean so much to us. And today we got money expert Jini Thornton here to join us to share money tips and advice, advice for you and your family. Jini, happy to have you. Good morning. Happy belated Mother's Day to you. Happy to have you. So welcome back to the show. And now, Jini, let's get this thing started because parents give so much to their families. What are some practical things that they can do to invest in themselves?
Well, for all these mothers out here, Ricky, it's important for them to know our currency is two things, time and money. And we're always so busy with the kids, practice and games and school and all these things that we need to make sure that we're putting ourselves in the schedule. So moms, be okay with taking the time to attend that conference that you want to. Take that class. Put yourself in the calendar and also in the budget because obviously all these things cost money. Don't feel guilty about investing in yourselves. It's really important that the young people around us see us taking these steps, making ourselves better.
Okay, so Jini, we're seeing so many parents look towards homeschooling their kids. Do you have any advice for the moms and dads who aspire to be those full-time stay-at-home parents?
You know what? I think it's a great idea, whether you want to be that stay-at-home mom or if you want to homeschool your kids, but it certainly takes a strategy. And what do I mean by that? You're going to need a plan. How are you going to handle insurance? How are you going to handle the household expenses? Are you going to have to do a little bit of work from home? What things are you going to have to stop or start doing to make sure that you have that plan? So a lot of parents want to do it. I see more people doing it. Again, I think it's a great idea, but you're going to have to work towards that. Please don't think you're just going to stop working one day and everything magically is going to come together and happen the way that you want or need it to.
Can we shout out to the single parents out there, Jini? And what kind of strategies can you do and give them for their finances on one income?
One thing that I often think about is my mom. My incredible mother adopted me and my brother as a single parent, so there was no secondary source of income. She was never married, but she did a really good job of exposing us. And Roxy, what I mean by that is If my mom went to go get her taxes done, she took us. If she went to go buy a car, she took us. But also when she paid her bills every month, she sat us down. We knew exactly what things cost. And a lot of our children now are really disconnected. So single parents, please take some of that pressure off of yourself. Make sure your kids understand what it takes to run a household. So again, this is not being negative or saying you cost too much, but it gives them proper perspective so they understand the responsibility that you have.
So, Janai, what advice do you have for mothers of adult children who just struggle to put their own needs first?
Listen, Gary, this is what I tell parents of adult kids all the time. There are no scholarships. There's no financial aid for retirement. It does not exist. And so at a certain point, you have to be okay with putting yourself first. And so it doesn't make you a bad parent. I'm like, why are parents of adult kids feeling bad because they can't financially support their adults? We're not talking about 12-year-olds. Gary, now, on average, parents are supporting their kids through age 32.
Sure is.
Sure is, and that's just not sustainable. That math does not math when you need to be putting yourself first, so now you can prepare for your retirement or to live the life that you want, vacation, remodel your kitchen, or whatever that's really important to you. So, again, please don't feel guilty about having them have to take care of themselves.
Janai, do you have any other additional tips for parents out there who what they need to be aware of?
Well, I think, again, like I said, please exposure with your kids. And you have to have order in your house. You know, you have to have that budget and that order within your household, and it needs to be a family affair. It's not just for the adults. Please involve your kids in what's going on and have them work for the things that they want. I see parents busting their butts to make things happen, but why can't the kids contribute too? I'm not talking about your sweet little 4-year-olds. I'm not talking about them. But, you know, if your kids are getting older in middle school and high school, they want a lot of things. They should have it. They certainly need to participate in the process. It will help them become more responsible adults.
Absolutely. Janai Thornton is in the building, and we're taking your finance calls. Y'all hit us up at 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. Call us now. It's Money Monday. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, what's trending? Money Monday. Hey, it's Money Monday, and this morning we are talking to the one and only Janai Thornton, your financial expert, and she's answering all of your questions. Hit us up at 866-9-RICKEY. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how do you convince your spouse that you both should participate in paying the bills instead of one person doing all of it?
Good morning. Well, you know, that's interesting. Whether it's your spouse or your adult kids, to me it's about, again, exposure, laying out what all the bills are, and then laying out what you're proposing, whether you're going to do 50-50, 60-40, 80-20. Other thing to consider, too, is if there's one particular person in the household, the spouse, that's not paying bills, maybe their additional income is actually being used to save towards your goals. So I think you have multiple options, but again, lay out the numbers, and hopefully everybody can get on the same page.
All right, y'all, I'm Janai Thornton. Good morning.
My question is, I am tentatively about to be laid off. Are there any suggestions regarding my 401k, if I could probably transfer that to a different investment account, and should I pay off my mortgage? Any suggestions would be helpful.
Okay. Hey, good morning. I'm actually getting a lot of people reaching out to me now in regards to getting laid off. Number one, I would not be moving my 401k money yet. And let me tell you the reason why. Take a minute, see everything that you've got going on. Are you getting any sort of unemployment? Are you getting any sort of severance? Let the dust settle with all of that first. Figure out what your income is going to be. Because the thing about that 401k money is you don't have to decide right now. So get a sense of everything that's happening. Then you can decide if you just need to roll it over. That means taking it from your company account, putting it to an account like Vanguard or Charles Schwab, or if you need to pull that money. But remember, if you're going to take that money early, there are going to be some tax consequences for doing that.
All right. We got time for another Dave. All right. You on with Janai Thornton. Good morning.
My name is Iris. I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio. I was working as about 617 at a hospital, and I put my money into this, I think it was a 401k, and I went back to actually acquire it. Now I am 62. I would like to know, how can I gain that money? Because they keep giving me the runaround in the hospital. They're not trying to inquire on where it went or what company took over that financial situation. Can you help me, please?
All right.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting, Iris, about this situation, about 25% of people forget about a 401k account that they have. There are millions of unclaimed 401k accounts. It is your previous employer's responsibility, though, to notify you where those funds are. Even if you've, quote-unquote, forgotten about it, that money is still technically yours. So I would be tightening up a little bit with the HR, whoever the HR benefits people. You need to be sending certified letters, even if you need to make an appointment to go down there in person. But that money still technically belongs to you, and this happens all the time.
All right, Janai, we really appreciate all of that. That's some really, really good information. Let us know how you can be reached.
You can always follow me at Jini Thornton. That's JiniThornton. Y'all have an amazing Money Monday, everybody.
Hey, you too. Thank you so much, man. That was a good segment, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. We got my man Jeff Johnson with 3 things you need to know. Jeff, we happy to have you. Happy Monday, man.
Man, happy Monday to you. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Man, it has been quite a weekend. Many of you know, and I know you already talked about a little bit, the fact that Mayor Ras Baraka, candidate for governor for the state of New Jersey, was arrested outside of an ICE facility. And there's rumors that there are going to be 3 other Democrats, members of Congress, that are arrested as well. And so what's crazy about this is the Trump administration is claiming that not only was Ras Baraka, but these members of Congress were engaged in trespassing on an ICE facility, but also is rumored that or alleged that they assaulted ICE members as they were engaging with protesters. Obviously, one side is saying that the members of Congress did not assault any of these ICE officials, but this I think, Rick, and I'm curious what you think, Kay, is we knew this was going to happen. We knew that there was going to be an attack of sorts on Democratic elected officials. I don't think we always knew how it was going to go down, but especially with the laws, with the executive orders that the president has created around protests, around not following, in quotes, law and order. I think this is the first of many. And I think that there are many Democrats that want to use this as a tactic, but I also think that there are that this administration wants to target. Right. So it's going to be, I think, a really contentious situation. But this thing is going to not only impact these elected officials in the courts, but anybody who wants to protest. Right. In a way that is outside or in opposition to this administration.
Yeah, they're going down a slippery slope. They're really trying to open the door, like you said, to being able to arrest Democrats, not just in a situation like that, but anywhere where they're, presenting some type of opposition to the regime. And the Justice Department is going to let them get away with it. But what is Congress going to do as a whole? Because the next step is they'll be arresting Democratic Congress people at the Capitol.
Yep. And then the other question is, then what are the courts going to do? And so we like to say that the courts are impartial, but we know that they're all appointed. And so what case law is going to be established as a result of this? And so this in some cases it feels like political theater, but in other cases this is really going to move beyond executive order K and start establishing case law if the courts get involved in some of these pieces. Yeah. And that's what I'm concerned with.
And that's why Democrats really going to have to stand up and realize that the game has changed. This is not just politics, of the Reagan or Bush type. This is a whole new ball game, and the Democrats going to really have to step up and be ready to, fight and it's about to get nasty.
Oh man, and I think it is nasty. So you're absolutely right. I am really curious to see how this goes down. Before I get out of here, y'all, I know that we've talked a lot about, with all of this going on, how do we work together more, and how do we find ways to do that? And I am excited in Baltimore for two examples. I don't know if you all saw that Magic Johnson and Angel Reese are launching a financial literacy program for high school students in Baltimore. Wow. And as you know, I mean, Angel Reese is from the city of Baltimore, and so she is consistently present, giving back. But to do this with Magic Johnson, I think is big, and again, is an example. I'm also excited. The Triple Crown Preakness is this week, and my First Lady, Dawn Moore, has been leading a group of people that are engaging with the Preakness Festival. Rick, we got a lot of your folks coming in, my man D Nice and a gang of others. People hit PreaknessFestival.com if you're interested, but it is going to be a example of us working together, not just for us, but working together to create impact. And so I'm excited about that as much as I'm excited about Angel Reese and Magic Johnson coming together. So y'all give me examples of people that you all see working together in these moments, because as much as we got to talk about all this insanity, we will really lose our minds if we don't also talk about the amazing things we're doing together, not just in spite of, but because we love each other and we know that we are better together. Y'all, those are three things I got. Hit me at Jess Nation on IG. Love y'all, man. Have a fantastic Monday, and I'll talk to y'all on Thursday.
There it is, man. Love you too, Jeff Johnson. Appreciate you, man.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Alfredas, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Monday, May 12th. Here's what's going on in the news. The Trump administration is moving closer to a trade deal with China after weekend talks in Switzerland. Both countries agreed to a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs and will lower those rates by 115%. The Commerce Secretary says the tariffs are not completely gone, though.
We will not go below 10%. That is just not a place we're going to go. We will, country by country, address their particular issues.
He went on to say that cutting deals like this will help American businesses. A new California study says over half of Black and Latino women regularly use products with formaldehyde, a chemical linked to uterine cancer. Researchers tracked 70 women in LA and found the ingredient in everyday items like shampoo, lotion, soap, eyeliner, and even lash glue. The health risks are real and the products are everywhere. Meanwhile, cancer is on the rise for folks under 50. In other news, an Amazon driver is under investigation after a Ring camera caught him dropping off one package and then another. A homeowner in LA says the driver dropped their pants and then proceeded to defecate on the porch.
Man.
And to make it even more diabolical, he used a paper towel as a wipey and stuffed it in a flower pot. The homeowner says Amazon's response was far from apologetic. No word yet on if that driver is still delivering.
Wait a minute.
That's crazy.
For information on these stories and more, go to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building. So Indiana maintains position. Toppin, a magic trick.
Yeah, man, magic trick. Talking about them Indiana Pacers take a 3-1 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers, who many have picked to get to the finals this year. So it's not looking good, man. That doggone energy feels like an NBA Finals series. They going back and forth. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They even the series against Denver Nuggets, 2 games apiece. And tonight, Boston versus the New York Knicks. Knicks lead that series 2-1. In the meantime, Minnesota is up 2-1 over the Golden State Warriors. Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2-time MVP. Did I say that MVP?
You did.
2-time NBA MVP. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, man. He's open to exploring more opportunities to possibly change teams. Now, he's been with the Bucks his entire season, 12 seasons. Can you imagine him going to another squad? I can't even see him on another squad. But I guess he said, listen, man, I need another championship, whatever. He's already got one, so we'll see what happens. Last but not least, man, shout out to the homie, primetime Deion Sanders, man. First time in 120 years, all Colorado football players had a 3.0 GPA average.
Not a shot at any other program, and God forbid that it transpires, but our kids ain't getting in trouble, man. We got some good young men in this locker room, and I think they should be applauded, regardless of what you say or think. And guess what? The GPAs are tremendous.
3.0, every last one of them. Big pimpin'. It's my quick sports report right there. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Alfredas sitting in for the Briggity Tag. Got the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Rickey, all right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time. It's time for the hot spot. Sitting in for the one and only Brett Alfredas. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Rickey. Diddy is in the hot seat with his sex trafficking trial. It's kicking off today. His defense team is throwing some wild accusations. They say Cassie was also abusive in that relationship. They're owning up to the domestic violence part, but they're questioning when it went from mutual to controlling. Now, the video from that 2016 hotel incident is not part of the main charges. However, they are going to use it to paint Diddy in a certain light. He tried to block it from being shown, but the court was not having it. Shifting gears, Kendrick Lamar is out here dominating the 25th annual BET Awards with 10 nominations. He is up for Album of the Year with GNX and Best Male Hip Hop Artist. Oh, and his track, Not Like Us, could grab Video of the Year and maybe even the Viewer's Choice Awards. We got Doechii, Drake, Future, and Glorilla all tied for 6 nominations, while SZA and The Weeknd aren't too far behind with 4 each. Kevin Hart's hosting. Already know it's going to be a whole comedy show, and it's all going down in L.A. next month. Lastly, A$AP Rocky might have just dropped the ultimate hint about baby number 3 with Rihanna. When Seth Meyers asked if they were going to keep the vibe going with those unique names like Riot and RZA, A$AP gave a little chuckle. Listen to what he said.
So your first 2 kids have R names. Obviously, you and Rihanna have R names. Is this a lock that the third will have an R name, do you think?
For sure.
For sure.
Guess they're going to keep us guessing on what the name's going to be. Yeah, it's kind of cool. For more info on these stories, yeah?
I just want to ask, can TJ step up to the mic?
TJ, no, she's not in today, and she might be, like, in the hospital. I'm not sure.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. We're talking about from driving around with Gary in the car?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it
somebody,
was scary.
I know you were scared. I know TJ, our producer, was scared, and then she fell asleep in the back of Gary's car. I don't know who took a picture.
It was me.
But y'all need to go to RS Comedy and look what somebody did. Y'all wrong.
Wait. I gotta do this right now. Hold up.
With the music. Y'all
okay,
wrong.
What did somebody do?
TJ, no, because she went to sleep. She went to sleep in the back of Gary's car because she was scared because of the way he drives. Gary, look.
What's wrong with y'all?
Click on the music, Gary.
Y'all
Click on that.
Somebody gonna put Tremaine Hawkins music. I'm going up yonder. You wrong, TJ. Gary.
Oh, she gonna quit.
Y'all leave a comment. Hey, if you ever ride in the car with Gary, you better take her now because you're gonna be scared for your life.
You are not lying. No.
She went to sleep because she couldn't take it.
It's true.
Oh man, her hair be so pretty.
Yes, it does, Jesus.
You got to go to RS Comedy for that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, RS Comedy. Y'all leave a comment and y'all pray for Alfredas, pray for TJ, and pray for Gary with that safe driving and
I'm going
road
to go to
rage.
therapy today. For more information on these stories, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. You can catch me on social media at Georgia Alfredas. Coming up next, White Stone's got the praise mix down on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, this is Monday, time for the State of Black America. And this morning, we have the current president of the National Urban League, Marc Morial. Hey, good morning, Mr. Marc. We're happy to have you, and I know there's a lot going on in Black America.
Good morning, Ricky. Can you imagine someone wants to shut down or undermine or diminish the Smithsonian Museum of African American History? I remember the day just about a decade ago, the glorious day, when President Obama cut the ribbon on that glorious structure in Washington, D.C., which celebrates and tells the truth of the black experience in the Americas. Now, a Trump executive order seems to suggest that what's contained in that museum is inauthentic and un-American. They are wrong. and we must stand up to it. We'll stand up to it in a number of ways. But I did want you to know that at present, the National Urban League is on a one-year countdown to the opening of our own Civil Rights Museum, the Urban Civil Rights Museum in Harlem on 125th Street. We've been working on this museum now for a decade. It'll open as a part of our new, spectacular 17-story headquarters building where our offices will be located, as well as a conference center, retail, and affordable housing. This new building, this new project, is going to be the pride of America, the pride of Black America, the pride of New York, and the pride of Harlem. But this Urban Civil Rights Museum will not be subject to interference from politicians at any level. We're going to tell the story of the Black experience in the North in a clear, unambiguous, authentic, and truthful way. I hope you'll keep in touch with us by following us at Nat Urban League so that you can learn about this new museum. And when you come to New York, beginning sometime in June of next year, you'll be able to visit this museum. We're going to stand up for African American history in its truth and its authenticity. We're going to stand up for the Smithsonian Museum of African American Culture in Washington, D.C., and we're going to build our own museum because there's more Black history than could fill 1,000 museums in America, 1,000 classrooms, and 100,000 books. We've got to make sure, because Black history is American history, and American history is Black history. Weigh in. Call your member of Congress, 202-224-3121, and tell them hands off our history and hands off the African American Museum of History and Culture. I'm Marc Morial once again. Follow me across all social media at Marc Morial, and I'll see you next week on the radio.